Completely. Oh, okay. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much for the gifts. Y'all, I'm getting ready to swipe my screen, so I won't be able to see the comments or whatever. But, that's neither here nor there. So if y'all dropping me gifts, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank y'all for real for all the gifts. Thank y'all for the support. Y'all, let's try to get to where we need to get to. But I just wanted to discuss some things that I have seen earlier today on the live. Let me take my bonnet off. Okay, so y'all, earlier I was watching, I don't know if y'all seen, but tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all know Greedy's mom is getting ready to do an interview with Shaky tonight, okay? And I just so happened, as I was asleep waiting on my daughter's dad to come pick her up, I just so happened to hear her talking, right? Because everybody was discussing it in the group chat. They was like, you need to go to Grady's mom's live. She's talking about him and their family problems, their family issues. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. Y'all double tap and share the live, please. Double tap, share the live, drop some gifts, run me up. So everybody's like, you need to go to the live. Oh, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So I slide in the live. When I go into that live, I just so happen to see his mom discussing childhood traumas that happened to her kids. She said Greedy and one of her daughters actually tried to off her children, her other children. She had 8 kids. She said Greedy and the daughter tried to off the other kids that she had, okay? And that's why she had to end up giving them up and putting them in group homes and this and that and that and this. She gets into the story of how he grew up and how he told his one brother to jump off the bridge. He would jump off the house, the roof of the house, and told him he could fly. Like, he put a lot of his brothers and sisters in danger, okay? So she was explaining how they grew up, how she tried to basically take care of them the best way she could. And, she looked like him. She had a tattoo on her face, a tattoo right here, a tattoo right here. No, not passing no judgment, but the apple didn't fall too far from the tree. You could tell she was just ghetto fabulous. I'm not even going to cover it up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. She was just a little ratchet, you know what I'm saying? But she was basically telling us how, like, when he used to go stay with his grandmother, he experienced abuse, molestation, a whole lot of trauma stuff, childhood trauma. And also, a lot of these men that he got involved with, his mother knew nothing about because he didn't tell him. She just so happened to get on this app and hear all the things that were going on with her child, because it's public information. Things are on YouTube, whatever the case may be. So she was just giving us an insight on how she found out about all this stuff that he was doing, about him putting his hands on women and her opinion about that. How he basically tried to beat up one of his sisters, actually, in front of his best friend. He beat her up. He beat his sister up in front of his best friend. I think his sister best friend or his best friend. And, that's why she doesn't talk to him anymore. It was a lot of traumatic things that she was talking about that happened throughout his childhood. And it was quite disturbing. Who's outside? Hold on, y'all. Okay. But yeah, they was talking about a lot of things that were very, very, very disturbing. I'm not gonna lie. It was highly disturbing. And I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, like, he really went through a lot, and it was a lot that happened to him. And I was just really shocked because, you as a mom decided for the second time to get on a live streaming app and literally expose all of your family business to a couple. No, she only had 1,000 people in her room. But I'm sure the interview is going to be tonight and she's going to have a couple thousand people in the room. You decided to your personal family business to a couple thousand people and you was only on 3 stars? You was only on 3 stars. That's not even a couple $100. That's like maybe like 40, $50. That's no money. And it was just like, girl, no, you doing all this wrong. And I'm sure that's pretty much she's going to tell tonight, but y'all have really got to be careful with the people you get yourself involved with, because a lot of people go through a lot of shit, and there's an explanation to the way he acts and the way he carries himself as a grown man. You have issues with your mother from a child, right? Your mother left you. She ended up giving you up to your grandma. Then she ended up just putting you in homes and stuff. So you resent women. That explains why you beat on women. That explains, why you beat on women, why you treat women so bad, why he cusses out these women, why he be on here showing his ass to everyone. It explains a lot of shit. And a lot of guys are like that. Like, a lot of shit that happens to them at their childhood is the reason why they are the people they are today. Same as women. It just explains a lot. And you have to pay attention to childhood trauma. And if you don't know how to deal with childhood trauma, and you don't know how to necessarily get the help for some childhood trauma, it will haunt you and it will repeat itself. And it just explains so much of why did he act a pure fool, why he on drugs, why he on alcohol, why he's homeless at the age of 20, why he was stuck in the airport for 3 days, why he's dating these transgender women because he needs a place to stay, why he was why he was dating the transgenders, why he had all these girlfriends and they had abortions, and he's hopping from house to house, and every month you see him with a new chick, and why he did that girl Vicky wrong. It just explains. And I'm like, dear God, if y'all ever run into men like this who have mommy issues or childhood trauma issues that they ain't never deal with, they need help, and you can't help them. The only thing you can do, especially if they ain't trying to deal with it, or if they scared to talk about it, which he seemed like he's kind of caged a little bit, on certain things, you better run for the motherfucking hills. Because he's going to have so many issues that he just ain't going to deal with, and he ain't never going to deal with it. Just because. You know what I mean? Just because. He just can't. You need a therapist. You need medication. Your motherfucking ass need all the help in the world that you can get. Like, seriously. And it's just sad because I'm like, she's getting ready to do a tell-all interview tonight. Your own mama done jumped on the internet and getting ready to tell all your childhood traumas. Like, I wonder how, and I went to his live. I scrolled to his live and I heard him, just talking about, he came in on the tail end and he was like, y'all need to ask her when my birthday is. Y'all need to ask her when my birthday. I bet y'all she don't know. My birthday's in a couple of days. Like, this shit is really sad and it's pathetic, and like, it really got me stressed out and bothered, and But I know the previous time, months before, he had got on the internet and he had asked his mom publicly on a live, because she was in somebody else's live explaining to her what happened months before. And she was like, he was a problem child. I couldn't handle him. It was nothing that I could do as a young mother by myself deal with. And he was like, why you didn't ever want me? Why you didn't ever want me? And I remember they were saying, like, people in the comments, people in the group chat were saying that, she basically told him, like, I couldn't handle you. You were just a problem child. You were just too much. Like, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't, so I had to give you up. And then she was talking about how his grandma used to lock him in a room with bars on it and lock him in there at nighttime because he used to run away and get in trouble in the middle of the night. I'm like, wow. So from your mama leaving you to your grandmama locking you in a room, now that's two strike twos already with women that you having an issue with. And then she said he had got molested on the bus by a boy and another little girl. They were trying to touch on him on the bus. And the only reason how she figured that out because she talked to her kids ever since they were able to talk and tell them, the talk where you say, this is okay spots for people to touch you. This is not okay spots for people to touch you. Have you been touched there? And then, of course, the conversation got started. I'm like, yo, that man and you as a mother, both of y'all need therapy. Y'all do not need to be on no live stream broadcast trying to clear each other's name or go toe to toe with each other. That's your mama and you're his son. Y'all need to have private conversations amongst each other, talking to each other about what the hell happened to y'all, and y'all need to get together and really, excuse me, I've been out all day, and really mend y'all relationship. It was so sad to watch. One in one live room and the other one in the other live room, and they're both talking about each other in not a good way. It was sad. I was like, yo. Like, this is some real sick shit to watch. It's like, how far y'all gonna take this for a couple of views? The lady ain't even made $50 and you done told basically half of his whole life story for free. I was just disturbed by it. It was a little disturbing to watch because it's like, honey, y'all run me up, please. Run me up. Drop some gifts, drop some big gifts. I was just disturbed because I was like, dear Lord, like, I can understand because of the way she just carried herself or why she was doing it, and then he didn't have no guidance, so of course he's going to be on the internet basically selling his soul. It's like, yo, what the fuck, y'all are crazy out here. Ain't no way. I tell a lot of stories and, I get into a lot of story times, but certain stuff, you just got to take it to the grave with you. Certain stuff, I may never talk about. Just because it will have the world in an uproar. That's why I always tell people, you listen to he say, she say, and everybody else talking about me, and you believe it, go along with them. Be with them. If you come to me like an adult, and you ask questions like an adult, and you want to know things about me for whatever reason, then I answer you like an adult. But if you believe what everybody else is talking about, and they have no knowledge personally, and they have never spoke to me, never known me, they have never asked me these questions themselves, because a lot of people can keep secrets among the people that they love the closest to without them knowing no knowledge of anything. They wouldn't know a thing. So how would they know? Even people close to you. Mother, brother, sister, cousin, anyone's. They wouldn't know shit about you. They would just know what they hear unless they actually sat down and gave you the time of day. That's why I said it's important to talk to people and for people to be open. And if you have an issue or something was said, to talk to the person. Don't talk to other people, because that's when shit gets misconstrued. And I have a real feeling that tonight's interview is not going to be good. Because a lot of those words, unless he is sitting up there window watching or he comes in the room to defend himself, it's going to probably screw up or destroy completely of what relationship that they already have left. I don't think doing no interview up here is a good idea. Now, if you were doing it for a real doctor or somebody who had a TV show or platform, y'all really going to go get the real counseling and the help that you need, I believe that that's beneficial. But to sit up here on these lives, these people don't have no doctor's degree, no therapist degree, ain't been to school for none of this shit, and they just want to be nosy and expose you, and then you already ain't gonna get paid what it's worth. You not getting paid what it's worth to expose your family and your personal business, something that you ain't never gonna be able to take back. You need to really reconsider that. You know what I mean? Really reconsider that. And I hope like she really takes her 2 hours that she has left and think about what she's doing. You know what I mean? Think about what you're doing. Because that at the end of the day,